Hello everybody, welcome into this DMV Sports Media live stream. This will be the UPSL playoffs. We are in the Virginia division. This is the quarterfinals of the Virginia Premier Division. This will take place between second place home side Arlington Soccer Association, finishing second place in the Virginia North, taking on third place in the Virginia South, Richmond United. Coming up a few hours from Richmond, and that'll be our national anthem. And that was our national anthem. I will be your cameraman and color commentator. I'll be joined shortly by Mr. Tyler Lochte. We should be kicking off at that 4:30 time slot momentarily. It's quite hot here in the DMV. It's a bit over 90 degrees here, 91 degrees in Alexandria today. It looks like the home side Arlington in the full blue kit, blue top, blue bottom, blue socks, and Richmond in the white top, blue bottoms, and white socks. And the away side will be starting on the right-hand side of the pitch. There'll be a quick team photo here for the home side. Alrighty, welcome in all 13 of you. Welcome in now Mr. Tyler Lochte, who will be running your play-by-play and the majority of the commentary. Tyler, how are you doing this evening?
Doing good. It is a smoking hot day, and what a matchup we've got here.
Yes, sir.
Arlington and Richmond, the quarterfinals here in the UPSL Northeast. It's got to be so hard, I think, especially on the turf here today to play in this weather.
Yeah, those little rubber beads get so hot. A couple of those get in your cleats and your socks. Not that you're going to feel it with all the adrenaline going on down there during this quarterfinal matchup, but yeah, it definitely doesn't help with any of the sliding or anything with the heat and this turf.
Trying my best to find some shade up here, Josh.
There's not very much of it. Just hoping for this sun to get some clouds and give us some respite. That'll be our starting whistle here.
We are underway. Tyler Lochte, Josh Campbell with you here on DMV Sports Media for the quarterfinals. Will be Richmond rocking the white uniforms today. Arlington, the home side, are wearing their blue. This will be Arlington working it here from the back. With it, this is Malachi McGovern. McGovern's going to look to play this down the field for Woodings. Woodings cutting inside now, going back outside, but it will be scooped up by the keeper. Ezekiel McLeod's got the gloves on here tonight for Richmond. This ball is going to be played into the middle of the field. It will be headed over. Running it down is Weaver. Knocked forward into the middle of the field, and now we will see Arlington look to work this down the pitch. Sure, they would love to strike first here tonight. That will be played back on the far side.
Yeah, I got a few notes from the coaching staff, and they're definitely going to take advantage of the at least, hour and a half, 2-hour drive these guys would have had taken from Richmond, and possibly just hang in the game and get some second half subs. Put this game to bed with how hot it's going to be out here.
Yeah, this heat, it's definitely going to be a factor, right, Josh? I mean, those subs, they become so important, and it's a good thing that we have these tents up for these two benches. On what is just an uncomfortable day all around, the flag will go up for offsides.
Yeah, and especially for the hydration breaks, I'd imagine we'll have it as quickly as we possibly can. Not that these guys want to stop. It probably feels a bit better to stay moving. You probably don't feel the heat as much, but yeah, definitely going to need several hydration breaks through this match. Again, well over 90 degrees here.
Battle here for the ball in midfield. It's Farah who knocked it down. He's got the armband on. He'll run over to it. Played outside for Weaver. Weaver just will knock it back to Carson Friedline. To the center back, John Myers. Nearly take it away there. Good step by Carlin on the far side. It goes out for a throw.
Weaver by far the leading goal scorer for this Richmond side. Leading the goal scoring charts for the Virginia South on just the 8 goals in those 10 matches played through the regular season. So we'll have to watch out for number 18 on the left wing for the away side.
Yeah, 18 goals from the wing. That is really something.
Oh, number 18, he's got 8 goals. Still a pretty decent return, 8 and 10, almost about a goal a match. Be incredible
that's
for
incredible.
18. Sorry, I thought you said 18. I was
Number
like, oh
18,
my God, okay.
8 and 10, yeah. We're on the same page here, Josh.
My fault, Tyler. It's a little hot out here. This heat's already getting to me.
Thankfully, we've got a cloud here. It's almost kind of like, in a way, when that cloud does show up, that's the time that you really try to push the buttons. Maybe you can get a little bit of extra energy.
Yeah, these guys will take anything they can get out there.
This ball's going to be played over the top. The flag will go up. That was Yusuf Barry. Played for many teams in this area, Josh, and he's always found a way to find the back of the net for all of them.
Yeah, Yusuf Barry, a new addition this spring season, coming from MSI Pro. You know, coming from a similar level of quality inside, but this Arlington team, again, looking to progress as far as they possibly can in these national playoffs and, again, possibly get out of the Virginia region.
Yeah, you really want to have all the reinforcements that you can this point in the season when you're trying to make it out of your area. Again, this is a national tournament, Josh, so you find a way to keep on winning. Start playing teams from other spots around the nation here in the UPSL. This will be played into the middle. Really good defense there by Espinoza to hold him off, and it will be booted downfield by the keeper, McLeod.
Yeah, Arlington making it through the Virginia region last season in the fall, matching up with the South Carolina United Heat. Down in South Carolina, made about a 4 or 5 hour drive and narrowly lost out 2-1, but first trip to the Nationals in these UPSL playoffs for Arlington.
Well, they're battling a different kind of heat here today. They look to get a winning start and get back on track. I'm sure that this Richmond team very happy to have those white uniforms here in this heat today. So they are looking to get out of this region for the first time. Ball's going to be tossed over to the far side of the field here for the throw as the ball bounced out of the stadium. Well, we played here to the back line. Sent downfield by Myers. Header into the middle, gets knocked down to Hitchcock, but good job by Arlington to recover, play it back to their keeper. Arlington knocking it up to around midfield. Not too much urgency, Josh, in either of these sides in the early goings of this one.
Yeah, again, like you said, the Heat's going to play such a pivotal role in this match as Garby looking to fight through a couple challenges on this near side. I think either team's going to do their best to really not give exactly the most effort in these first half an hour to first period and, you know, again, try to stay in the match, and as it gets a little cooler as the evening goes on, possibly give a little more and get some more attacking options on the field.
This ball will be sent in, but over everybody's head. Now to play on the far side. Now you do have those subs, and they're going to be so key, I think. You're right, with the temperatures going down in the second half, it's certainly going to be easier. It's going to be important to find that balance between those fresh legs and the players that got the rest at halftime. It's going to roll all the way back into the hands of the keeper.
It's been a bit cagey. Both sides just still filling each other out for the most part.
Richmond trying to get something going. Do have Weaver. This is their leading scorer with the ball. Weaver tries the overlap, but just mishit it there. He was looking for Friedline. First positive moment, though, there for Richmond.
Yeah, good chance. You'd have to think Carson Weaver's going to want that back. Possibly get a better ball in that opportunity there, but again, like you said, plenty of chances to come. Just a little over 8.5 minutes gone.
These conditions, feels like it's kind of going to be a war of attrition here. This is Ogletree. Got some space. He's going to look to knock it into the middle for Carlin. Carlin has to retreat and give it back to Ogletree. This will be knocked over to the far side to the captain, Barahona. It was Barahona's goal. Think about one of the bigger matches of the season against Dream. It's so impressive, I think, for this Arlington team that you have so many different guys, Josh, that can find the back of the net.
Yeah, Barahona is just one of those guys that every time you see him play, if you've ever talked to him, anything about him, he's extremely bubbly. He loves to work hard. He gives everything for the team, and you can see why he's usually wearing the captain's armband for this Arlington side.
Yeah, how important is it to have a guy like that as your captain?
Yeah, just really setting the tone for the rest of the team. And, you know, if your captain is setting the standard in terms of attitude and hard-working ability, then, you know, everyone else should follow in line.
It's always important, I think, to set that good culture. This is played over the top for Barry, but knocked out of play. It will be a throw-in, though, here for this Arlington side.
Yeah, definitely a big component to this Arlington team. Like you said, the culture. I've spoken to the coach a few times and made it very clear if a guy can be as good as they possibly want, but if they're not going to fit within the group and the culture and the setting of everybody involved in the squad, then they're not the right fit for this Arlington side.
Yeah, I feel like chemistry is often the most overlooked thing when you're trying to build a successful team. You can get all the talent in the world, but if it doesn't gel together, the results just are not going to come.
Yeah, you've really got to fight for each other. You've really got to be a team at the end of the day. All those cliches we hear about sports of, you know, being unified and being, you know, one working machine, it's all really true at the end of the day. And the most complete competitive teams really have all these qualities.
Look at the Knicks.
Exactly. Great point.
It's a different sport, but still true. And especially that is true in the playoffs.
Yeah, when you've really got to put your head down and work as hard as you possibly can. As Arlington pick up the ball here in a great position, you can hear their bench roaring for this kind of positioning.
And that's exactly what we're talking about, right?
Yep.
You're in your bench getting into it, the guys that aren't out there. And they love these long throws. That's really been key to their success all year long. It is dangerous here, but gets knocked out of play. Ref is going to say it will be a goal kick. That's Eric Jennings who fired that one in.
Yeah, we'll see Jennings a fair few times on the sidelines for those long throws.
Such an interesting set piece because for free kicks, you know, everybody's got to take those. Everybody, you see that in every game. Not every team tries the long throw, though.
Yeah. You usually have like one guy that can do it, and that's really it. And teams are usually lucky to have that one guy.
Right. That'll go out of play on the far side. A throw in here for Richmond. If you have a guy that can do it, why wouldn't you?
Absolutely. Always feel for that guy. Having 4 or 5 plus long throws a match, and especially this kind of heat, you know, Jennings is definitely going to feel it on the shoulders and the ice bath in the morning, but he'll absolutely do it for this side.
And that could be the difference in the end. You wonder how many of those he has in the tank, because that's going to get rolled down and out of play on the far side.
Welcome in all 36 of you. I appreciate any interaction in the chat. Let us know who you're watching for. If you've got any score predictions, match predictions, any goal score predictions.
This will get played over here to the near side. Now back into the middle. It's going to be played over the top. Look out for the flag. There it is. Offside will be called. Feels like Arlington have been very content here to try to control the possession, Josh.
And it feels extremely relaxed at that, too. That not very rushed. Feeling out exactly the space they're getting and really not forcing things here.
And if you're Richmond, it kind of feels like they're letting the game come to them at this point.
Yeah, Arlington, you know, could have as much as the ball as they possibly would like. It really doesn't mean anything if you can't get the chances and get, you know, a goal scored in the scoreboard here. So it might suit Richmond here just sitting off.
That will roll through, but nice step there by McLeod to step up, boot it away. A few of those long balls have certainly been threatening, but nothing has come of them so far. Here's Richmond with it, offensive end. That's Sam Johnson. Lost the ball on the far side, goes out of play. Will be a throw in here for Arlington. It's going to be knocked into middle of the field, now booted out of play. Again, this is a quarterfinal Virginia region. Only one team will make it through. Move on to national playoffs here in the UPSL. Be played down the far side. Getting taken down there is Carlin. There's the whistle. Maybe a card to follow. And there it is, the first of this game that is, I think, a challenge maybe that he had to make there, Josh. But obviously you never want to pick up the card.
Yeah, a little early to be getting your first yellow. About 16 minutes gone, but to your point, Carlin would have been gone down that far touchline, and whether he'd been able to drive that into the penalty area or just play it into the box, have to think that would have been a good chance for the home side here as they set up at about the 15-yard line.
Opportunity here from the set piece. It's kind of like a long throw in a way over by that far sideline. So you wonder if they just set up the same as they would if it were just out of bounds. Ball will be whipped into the back post. It gets headed down. Espinosa, who picked up the yellow card, is going to boot that away. That'll get across midfield. Ball was loose there for a second and then booted down. Barry running after it. Flag will go up for offside. It's kind of unfortunate how that played out. Obviously, that was not an intentional pass, but the bounce off the face still got to Barry anyway. The flag still went up.
Yeah, almost a chance out of nothing for the home side.
Rising there is Barahona, the captain. Richmond will take it here. They'll try to get it to their main man, Weaver. Weaver keeps it in play. Cuts it across. There's a shot from distance that's rifled over by Hitchcock. The first chance of the game there for Richmond. It did take a touch on the way out, so it will be a corner.
Yeah, best chance of the match here for the away side. Second glance, feel like might have been going over goal anyways with the deflection, but good opportunity from the set piece here for the away side.
This is an interesting setup here. They've got
Two
men behind the goal. Just out of shot. You can see them there. I don't know if I've ever seen that. They're just standing on the end line. Now they're going to make their move. It does skip into the middle. There's a chance there for Carleone, but he could not direct it towards the goal. Now Barry got held up. There's the whistle for the foul. Will be a free kick going the other way here for Arlington. This ball will be played down the far side. It was far out of reach there for Carling, but he does get it in the end after Espinosa's failed clearance. Carlin works his way through, decides to pass to the last second. He was looking for Woodings, who was circling around. An applause from the Arlington bench. A good chance there, but just a second off with the timing.
Yeah, great chance there from the left wing with Carlin. Driving and beating a couple defenders. Carlin on 4 goals through the regular season.
Yeah, Carlin certainly a good option up top. This Arlington team.
I believe Carlin, one of the younger guys on this Arlington team, having come through the youth system in Arlington, in the Northern Virginia area, so always good getting an academy prospect in the team.
Not only in the team, but also producing. If this gets over, it could be trouble. This is Weaver. 8 goals this year. He'll try one from distance. That was very optimistic, but flies over and wide.
Yeah, well over a 30-yard strike there for the Richmond man.
mean, that is definitely a strike that comes with the confidence of having the season that he did. 8 goals in 10. Arlington's back line very happy to just keep the possession, keep control here. I'll get knocked into the middle. Nearly knocked through. Nice pass there under pressure from McGovern. This is Richard. Richard looked to center it, but not on the same page there with Barry. It will be taken back here by Arlington. Richmond now have everybody behind the ball. The 1-2 is picked off. But again, just not many forward here for Richmond. They'll try to get something going here, though, in the break on the far side with Espinoza. And Espinoza just boots that all the way back to the keeper. That's the Shingard in the process. This will be played to Carlin leaping for the header. Won't fall on the far side for Manacho. Shard into the middle. It's Garby looking to roll it through for Barry. I think it skipped off the foot, maybe took a touch on the way out. And now we're going to have a break here for hydration on this very hot day. So while they take one down on the field, we will take one up here. And we welcome you back there after the hydration break. Of course, required on this hot day. Tyler Lochte and Josh Campbell with you here. Top of the bleachers. So Josh, hydration break, obviously the main goal there is to get hydrated, obviously, in the hot days. This rolls all the way back to the keeper, but it's also kind of a built-in timeout, a way to maybe change some tactics here. No score yet, but do you think that anything will get changed so early in this game?
I think if anything was to get changed, like you said, yeah, would definitely get changed there. I think both teams are sitting into what they're trying to do. I think the away side, Richmond, they're letting Arlington have the ball. They're sitting off incredibly. Like you said, when they attack, they only attack with 2 to 3 attackers. They're not really trying to get out of their shape, not get too many bodies forward, make too many risky decisions. And Arlington's happy to have the ball, happy to have the possession, try to break this side down as Weaver's taken down here. Big foul on the near side.
Yellow card will go to Jennings.
I think both game plans will stay relatively the same as this half goes on. I think the away side will look to break on the counter, sneak chances where they can, but will stay in a mid to low block and try to do everything they can to keep this home side from opening the scoring.
So Richmond will have a free kick here. Ball will be played into the back post by Weaver. It gets punched away by Davis. Leaves his goal to do so. It's a nice play there by the keeper. Leaving the goal with a lot of confidence there, punching it away. Not out of the woods here yet, though, are Arlington. Ball is in the box. Spinning around with it there is Farah. It does fall for Weaver, but could not hit it cleanly. Goes right to Davis. That's exactly who Richmond wanted to have the ball in that spot.
Yeah, huge chance. That would have been exactly what they're looking for. Again, hang in the match and sneak chances where and when they can. And like you said, drops the danger man, Carson Weaver. I think he'd hoped to test Maxime Davis a bit more in net there, but I have to think more chances will come for this away side.
Yeah, I just don't think he caught it cleanly. It's so hard to hit that on the bounce.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'll get knocked out of play on the far side. Took a touch on the way out, so it will be Richmond ball. Battle of two Virginia teams here in Arlington. Richmond coming up from the middle of the state to see who moves into the semis here in this state. Took a touch off, well, if you're asking Arlington the hand, but no call there as Weaver works his way down the field. Will be booted back to the keeper and a push in the back there from Weaver. I think it's just going to be a conversation, no card.
Yeah, here we'll get a second glance at that. Yeah, I think Jennings sold it a bit there, but there was extension from the Richmond United man. That's going to be a great matchup as this game goes on. Eric Jennings and Carson Weaver on the left wing.
This will be played right to the foot of Garby. Garby under some pressure there from Herlihy. Here's Barry. Barry trying to work his way through. He does find the pass to Carlin, but he could not get it over to the far side. Good step there by Hanger. We'll go out of play. We'll stay with Arlington. Applause from their bench. That'll be played right through the middle. Now over to the outside, Woodings. Woodings looking to send it in, and it just rolled right to McLeod, the keeper. But a dangerous opportunity there created from the wing. That gets headed down and played over to Weaver. It's so clear that Richmond wants to work through him. Weaver cutting in, has to pass. It was a poor touch taken away by Holdings. Holdings didn't see anything downfield, just pumps the brakes. Gets it back to his right back, Jennings. This is Carlin on the outside. He will get it back. Carlin will roll it back. Now this ball will be sent looking for Woodings, but way over his head and out of play. Goal kick is coming here for Richmond. Pressure here for Arlington. Carlin just eats it there, goes out of play. Clock is still running down here. Got just under 13 minutes plus the time from the hydration break to play. Arlington will take it here, but it will play downfield for Weaver.
Again, in acres of space, Weaver once again coming in one-on-one with Jennings.
Weaver looking to the far side. What a great header from Barahona. Read that perfectly as Farah was streaking down the far side.
I feel like that might be something to look out for if this Arlington backline and midfield might start doubling up on Weaver on this near side.
Yeah, Eric Jennings certainly has his handful, and he's already picked up a yellow card.
Yeah, definitely something to look out for. Again, Jennings, one of the talismans in this side. Like we said a few times with that long throw. He's been with this Arlington Soccer Association team for well over a few years.
Richmond looking to strike first. This is Hanger. Hanger gets it back, looks for the far post. What a save. Kicked away by Davis.
Forcing a great save out of Maxime Davis. That's easily 1-0 if Maxime Davis can't make that great kick save down to his left-hand side.
That is such a hard save to make.
Here, we'll get the replay. Richmond just working their way through the back line. And again, Maxime Davis sticking out that left-hand leg.
Here's Carlin. Carlin trying to shield it, goes out of play. He does get the throw in.
I have to say, it feels like the away teams had the better of the chances, albeit definitely not having the most of the ball.
Well, when you've got a winger like that, so I feel like effective on the counter.
Yeah, definitely going to need a new game plan to deal with Carson Weaver on this near side.
This is Carlin cutting in. And just uncharacteristic there for Carlin. I think he was expecting Minacho to make that overlapping run, but Minacho did not. Just goes out for a goal kick.
Yeah, again, just feeling a bit pedestrian for the home side here.
This will be booted downfield. Hanger running it down, and Espinosa just booted it high into the sky. Another 10 minutes to go here for the half. A lot of pressure here from Woodings, making things very difficult. It goes out of play. There is no foul. It will be a throw in here for Arlington.
Yeah, plenty of spectators unhappy with that call.
The home fans love it. They see it as a great effort from their guy on the wing.
Oh, definitely. Either way that'd be called. If that's called for you, you're cheering. If that's called against you, you're booing, you know, and vice versa.
Certainly a case for both sides. This will be Knocked into the middle. Barry trying his best to shield it. Had Woodings making the run, but opted not to give it to him, and now it finally gets there. Woodings cutting it back. Holden Woodings finally makes the pass, and there's just nothing there for Arlington. They've got to reset. That gets knocked over, but Barry couldn't get around the defender. Good job by Myers to keep him off. Barahona just boots that into the middle of the field. You can see him screaming there to his teammates. I'm sure he'd love them to finish this half strong. This is Barahona with it, trying to find the pass. It nearly got intercepted. Now it does in the end. That'll get knocked into the middle. It takes a bounce. Davis has to leave his goal where he will scoop it up. Arlington working around the back. That'll get played to the middle now. Here's Jennings. Woodings making the run. And he gets held off brilliantly there by Freeline. Another goal kick coming. Richmond ready to put this down the field with their goalie McLeod. Here is the switch, but the ball did not curve around for Weaver, so it just goes right to the keeper. Ball will be played down the far side. It gets headed out of play by Espinoza. Crucial intervention. Throw in here on the far side for Arlington. It's knocked down by Carlin. A little bit of space here for Richard. He's going to have a go, and it goes wide. Not a bad effort.
No, definitely when they're being limited to such few chances here, Richard given plenty of time and space and nearly testing the Richmond United keeper there. Just giving the away keeper something to think about when the home team has some space there in and around the top of the box.
We'll get headed back. There's no white shirts, so no pressure for Davis. This is Richard. Holden Woodings trying to get through. This is Barry. Barry knocks it into the middle, but nobody's home. That'll get taken away. Carlin for Barry. Lays it off for Woodings. Wooding's back inside. Carlin lost the ball. It gets taken away. That's brilliant from Myers.
Yeah, and they were looking for that first ball into Woodings. Barry just playing it a bit behind the oncoming run there.
Holden Woodings had the ball get knocked up, and now he's done well to win it back. Woodings cuts it back, gets taken down. Free kick here for Arlington.
Yeah, lovely move on the right wing here. Woodings. Little chop over the ball, cut back, wins the free kick, and he's done great work on the near side, Holden Woodings. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Woodings is through the youth academy also, but could be wrong there.
Garby will fire it to the back post. It gets headed up and out of play. Be knocked into the middle of the field, chested down, snapped by McGovern to get back to it. Now it gets played over the top, just out of reach there for Barry. Final few minutes here of this half. Both teams really looking to find something before the break. That'll get rolled through to Jennings. Jennings will pump the brakes. I agree with what you said earlier, where Arlington, they may have more of the chances and more of the ball, but they may not have had the better ones so far. Richmond, they've done a good job of making the most with the few that they've had in terms of creating those good opportunities.
Yeah, I think their game plan is going exactly the way they're looking for this evening. Sit in and defend as compact as you possibly can and limit chances in and around the box for this home side. And again, look to break on the counter and sneak whatever chances you can from, again, counterattack, set piece opportunities. And that they have, sneaking a few good chances. Weaver with that shot, and then again that ball worked through that.
It's Carlin trying to keep it in, and I think he did, but it goes out for a throw anyway. You gotta think the only added time really is from the hydration break.
Yeah, not many stoppages. As opposed to the World Cup, seeing some of those matches, it's like 5 minutes at the end of every halftime. I think there was 10 minutes on the end of that Haiti-Scotland game. I was talking to you at halftime, and I was like,
yeah.
Oh, God, I really feel for these guys down there, playing over 100 minutes.
This will get rolled into the middle of the field. Espinoza trying to knock it. Weaver could be through here on the near side. They finally will get it to him, but it gives time for Jennings to get in front of him. What can Weaver create? Weaver sends it to the back post, but Davis beat him to it.
Yeah, no real options in the penalty area there anyways, but like you said, Arlington keeper covering his lines nonetheless.
Ball will bounce over for Carlin. Carlin trying to work his way into the middle. And they will blow the whistle on him. He pulled down Carleone.
Looks like just 1 minute of added time here, and we're already through a little over 40 seconds, so not much longer here in this first half.
There is the whistle for halftime. Still no score here. The quarterfinal between Richmond At Arlington, we will step away. And we welcome you back here, Arlington and Richmond in the quarterfinals here in the Virginia Premier Division of the UPSL playoffs. Tyler Lochte alongside Josh Campbell here on this extraordinarily hot day. And again, Josh, it feels like that break, it was so needed for everybody on that field with these conditions.
Absolutely. I mean, like we've said at halftime, both of us are feeling the heat as it's coming down on us, and those guys have to be feeling it tenfold down there. And we'll be kicking off this second half momentarily. It looks like might have a change in the back line for at least Arlington. It looks like Mudiaga Jaga has made his way into that left center back position.
Yeah, so Jaga into the game, and looks like, at least for now, it's moved Barahona up. Don't be surprised if Barahona retakes his spot, though, in that back line. That's where he's been so good all season long.
Yeah, it looks like the change was maybe McGovern. Don't think I see Mr. Malachi McGovern down there anymore.
And we'll go on to play. We'll stay here with Arlington. Arlington has most of their bench players up and moving, ready to come in if need be. This will get played down, now sent across, and put it out of play for a corner. First opportunity here in this second half for Arlington.
Yeah, usual set piece taker for the home side, Kareem Garby stepping up.
His ball to the back post, gets headed away. Woodings has a hit from distance, and what a save by McLeod to deny the wonder goal. Wouldn't that have been something?
And it was absolutely necessary. Like you said, denying the wonder goal, that was making its way into the far post there. Great save in the Richmond United net.
It's a great shot, and an even better save. Feels like it's going to take something of that nature to break this deadlock, the way this game has gone so far. Ball will be curled in. Nearly fell there for Ogletree. Now it gets sent in again, the header from Carlin, directed right at McLeod. That save much easier.
Yeah, lovely little dinked ball into the back post there from Kareem Garby.
This will get poked into the middle for Hanger. Now it'll get switched over to the far side for Weaver. Weaver knocking it into the middle for Hitchcock. Well, there for Hurley, but couldn't do anything with it. That'll roll down, but Espinoza knocks it away. He's trying his best to save this. That time, though, it gets stopped. Hanger pulled it back. Game is being played in tight quarters right now. Now it takes a touch out of play. It's Weaver. He's got some space. Weaver knocks it through, tries to use his pace. Weaver from distance off the post of the field goal.
Yeah, great move there, easily beating Eric Jennings on the far side. Again, the finishing, asking a few questions from this Richmond United side, but we'll continue out of the back line.
So get rolled down the field into the middle. It's Barry pushed off the ball. Send it over to the far side. Now it's going to be played downfield. Carlin running after it. Goes right into the hands of the keeper. McLeod with simple roll. That will get blocked by Barry, but he could not capitalize. Good awareness from McLeod to jump back on it. Nearly a disaster on the far side of the field there. Espinoza, nice piece of skill. Then he's going to slide it through. Hurley couldn't get there, though. It gets knocked all the way back to the keeper, Maxim Davis. He will fire it now down the far side. Woodings got held up. Free kick here for Arlington. Free kick is just going to be played back to the Yaga. This is Manacho. Manacho trying to roll it over to Carlin. Sound of play for a throw-in. Espinoza is over to Hanger, gets knocked all the way back. This is Carleone. Hanger saves it. Espinoza goes down. He does get the whistle. Free kick now for Richmond. McLeod ready to fire it downfield. And that's just very smart there by Jennings to duck under it. Goes out for a throw.
Yeah, Chris Jennings getting extremely ready on this near side. Can't imagine it's too long until we see a few more subs for this Arlington team.
That'll be booted downfield. Pulled out of the sky there by Carleone. Sends it back to his keeper. A little bit of pressure here from Barry, and it will be taken away. Garby lays it off. Carlin back across, and it gets knocked out of play by McLeod. Corner coming for Arlington.
Danger again coming from the wings for the home side. It's played out to Carlin. Carlin to sneak that across the goal line, and once again McLeod coming up big in the Richmond United net. So he's approaching at least 10 saves here, it feels like, Tyler.
This ball will be sent into the middle. It gets headed straight up and over the goal by Moody Jaga. Did fall to his head, but could not direct it at the goal. Looks like Peter Maddox just about set to check in for Arlington. Chris Bernard ready as well.
Yeah, Miles Powell tied with two other Arlington men at the top of the leading goal scorers for the home side here. Miles Powell with 6 alongside Yusuf Berry and Peter Maddox.
So Powell, Bernard, and Maddox already, it looks like, to join in this game. And getting the whistle there is Hanger. This will be just outside the box for a free kick.
This will be great positioning for the away side. It's just about that positioning, whether you go for goal or put this into the back post. And it looks like with Carson Weaver over it, I'd assume this is going on Maxime Davis's net here.
Carson Weaver. It's a pretty big wall in front of him.
Several Arlington men in the wall.
Can Weaver get it up and down? Weaver steps up and just pushed it wide.
And I'm not sure Maxime Davis even got a touch on that, extremely close. Inches away. Maxime Davis looks like he would have had it covered either way, but nearly a great finish there from Carson Weaver.
Arlington now will get ready to bring on a trio of subs. Next chance that they get. This will be headed forward and booted right back down the field. Now Jaga's header. This ball just not touching the ground here. This is impressive. Heading practice here in Arlington. Espinosa does well there to split the defenders for Hanger. He goes down, no whistle. Barry tries to knock it back for Carlin. And it just gets crushed downfield by Carleone. Takes a bounce there. Johnson trying to get it. Yaga really smart there to wait and play it to his goalie, Davis. That'll get played into the middle. And Barry could not save it. Now the subs will come on. It will be Powell, Bernard, and Maddox. Some offensive changes here, Josh.
Yeah, just about the 58th minute. Get some fresh legs on, and quality fresh legs on for the side again. Two of their leading goal scorers coming on, Miles Powell and Peter Maddox. Alongside the always reliable Chris Barnard.
It looks like it's just a whole new attack coming on. See if those fresh legs in this searing heat will make the difference for Arlington. Now we'll go out of play. A throw in here for Arlington. First test for those fresh legs. That'll get headed up into the air on the near side. It will stay in. Now it will get cleared away. That'll get slid up the middle. Maddox finding the pass for Menacho. Anacho into the middle behind Maddox. He took a hard hit. There's the whistle. The foul will be on him. That'll get played over the top, headed out by Ogletree. Here's Maddox looking to slide that through for Bernard, but couldn't get there. It does go out of play, and that will be Richmond ball in the throw-in. Jaga nearly overstepped it. Maddox trying to work his way into the middle. This is the captain, Barahona. He's moved into more of a CDM role here, Josh. That'll get played over to the far side for Powell. Good step out from McLeod. But again, what do you think of that move, moving Barahona forward?
Yeah, it's definitely helped breaking a play in the base of midfield there. Barahona, always reliable, like we've said, extremely hard worker, captain of this home side.
Good spin there from Espinoza. Remember, he's been on a yellow for almost the entire game. Here go Arlington the other way, but that ball just drifted away from Garby. And I think it's one thing, Josh, to experience the heat when you're in the shade on the bench. It's an entirely different thing to be out there on the turf. You wonder how quickly that starts to affect those subs, even with the fresh legs. At least the other guys are used to it.
Exactly. Very good point.
That ball will be sent over to the far side. Weaver trying to save it. Richmond now trying to work from the back. That'll get played over to the far side. We'll get knocked down by Weaver. Weaver looking to slide that through for Hanger. Gets booted back and dangerous there.
Whoa.
It gets just kept off the line. Did it cross it? The refs say no. That would have been an outrageous way for the deadlock to be broken. Maxim Davis was maybe an inch away. And now here's a hit from distance over everything.
Girl, get that replay.
What in the world?
What exactly even happened? It was cleared by Ogletree. Went straight directly back into Maxime Davis, and I do think Maxime Davis was able to keep that out in time.
Yeah, I think it was the right call, but still insane that it was even that close.
Like you said, it's going to take something extraordinary to open up the scoring here, and that definitely would have fit the category.
Yeah, 27 minutes to go. That would have been one of the wilder playoff goals I've ever seen. This is Weaver trying to work his way through. That will go out for a throw-in. This ball will be played over to Weaver. He heads it straight up. That'll roll back for Myers. Thought about just giving it back to his keeper. We finally have a little bit of cloud cover here, Josh. I know you're happy to see that.
And a little bit of wind chill. It's suddenly feeling quite nice here all of a sudden.
Well, there could be some storms brewing in the area. After this game, I'm headed down to Meridian Dream Frederick. I hope storms don't impact that game.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get the breeze from the storms, just not the weather. I'll take that breeze. That'll go out of play on the far side for a throw-in.
Very nice breeze.
And now a whistle for the hydration break. It's going to feel extra nice now with that shade. We will step away. Well, excuse me. We thought it was the hydration break. Instead, it's just a substitution here, Josh.
And hard to blame you. We are halfway through this second half here, but maybe might not meet the heat requirements for the hydration break.
There's no way. It's 90 degrees.
But yeah, that's
Well, I wonder if the shade came out and now everybody's feeling nice and comfortable.
it might be.
So it's Sam Johnson who comes out. Jesus Lupo is the player that has come on. That ball will be booted into the forest.
Yeah, I don't know what I was saying. That wind chill got me saying crazy things. Like you said, still 90 degrees here.
This will get played down. Now into the middle it goes. I'll get hit right to Espinoza. Good step there to take it away by Manacho. He will connect with Maddox. Maddox into the middle. That gets knocked through. Maddox gets it back and fires it just wide. But that energizes the crowd and the Arlington bench.
Best chance of the match here for the home side. Was pretty simple movement here. Give and go between the substitute Maddox and Kareem Garby there. And Maddox nearly testing McClown at that bottom corner.
This ball will be sent into the middle and knocked away. Gets as far as Garby. Garby looking to whip one back in. That header. If Maddox even found it on his head was why.
Yeah, and Maddox, one of those surprisingly taller guys than you would think, and there will be that hydration break we were talking about a moment ago. We will go to that break momentarily here.
under pressure there from Arlington, but they could not capitalize as we are back underway with a bang out of the hydration break. Will either of these two teams break the deadlock before the 90 minutes are up?
And Barnard's nearly slotted through there. It'll stay with the home side and good positioning here.
That ball will be played downfield right into the hands of McLeod. This ball will be played over to the near side now. Booted down. That'll get rolled over. Espinoza. That ball will deflect out of play. A throw in here for Richmond. This ball will be played over to the far side for Weaver. Weaver knocking it into the middle. It gets knocked out of play for a corner kick. Could this be the moment for Richmond? Weaver sends it across to the back post. It gets headed away. Now it will be sent in just over the head of Kovalyakova, who I think was leaving that for somebody behind him, but the problem was, Josh, there was nobody there.
I think it was unexpected for just about every party involved. Like you said, it looked like he left it for an oncoming runner, and probably would have been a little better off repositioning and trying to get some contact on that.
I mean, if it would have been a free header if the ball was maybe a bit lower. Now it's going to be a whistle there on Lupo. This could play downfield now, headed into the middle, but just rolls back to McLeod, the goalie. Looks like Espinoza is down, cramping up. And now the ref will see it and stop play. So Espinoza is going to get stretched out. Now the trainer will come on, take a look.
So act as a mini hydration break for these guys, it looks like. It looks like number 19 on the Richmond United bench, maybe making his way on here for Espinoza.
That is Tyler Stenans. And Espinosa's day is done.
Unfortunate for Espinosa. That had a great match in the back line for this Richmond United team. That great mazy run in the first half.
This ball will be played downfield. Under 15 minutes to go. Will definitely be some added time, though, with the hydration break and the injury that you just saw there. Steins will play it back to the keeper. Pressure here to try to make things difficult for McLeod. Sends it downfield. Takes a bounce right into the path of Lupo. Lupo finds free line. That'll be hit into the middle. Now sliced back across the field for Myers. This will get knocked over to the far side. And out of play it goes. Will be a throw-in. And that was nearly intercepted there by Bernard. And now will be taken away. Barahona slides it forward. This is Garby trying to roll it through, but Bernard could not control it. That will get played down the field. It's going to take a big bounce. Davis will leave his goal and scoop it up with one hand. That'll get rolled into the middle. Played down the far side. Maddox trying to knock it through for Garby. Running through is Maddox. Maddox gets around the keeper and scores! Arlington take the lead. It's Peter Maddox off the bench and into the score sheet. What a finish.
And here's that goal. Maddox played into space. I thought that second touch was a bit beyond him. Again, turning on the Jets, getting there right before McLeod, and like you said, opening goal in a vital time for the home team here. Just a little over 10 minutes in this quarterfinal matchup.
A big smile on his face. Big celebrations for the home team here in the quarterfinal.
That'll be the 7th of the season for Mr. Peter Maddox.
And how about the calmness? How about the poise there, Josh? To get around the keeper and find the back of the net.
I could not imagine, like we said a few times, the quality of substitute for the home team here, bringing Maddox, Powell, and Barnard off of the bench. Game plan clearly going the way they were looking for. Maybe not as many goals as chances the home side was looking for, but being able to bring a guy the quality of Peter Maddox and your leading goal scorer off the bench here at just about 60 minutes. Really helpful for the home side here.
This is going to be played to Minaccio on the overlap. Into the middle, Garby tried to knock it down for Barnard. Barnard gets it back. Barnard fires off balance and nearly made it two. And I'll tell you, Josh, it's kind of like baseball, where sometimes you have righties only hit against lefties, lefties vice versa. It's called platooning. Makes it easier for them, play against easier opposition. That's kind of what we're seeing here in a way, isn't it, Josh, where you bring them in against the tired legs on the defense with the fresh legs. It makes it so much easier for them to provide that impact.
Absolutely. Like you said, it would have just taken an adjustment to get used to this heat down here. As Jaga, one of the substitutes with a huge header in the back line, showing the freshness and the quality, has come off the bench here.
Arlington are not sitting back. They'd love to find a second goal, really put this thing away. This is Miles Powell. Miles Powell somehow finds a way to keep it, takes the shot off balance, and he does make it too. He snuck it just inside the near post. What a finish.
What a goal, Miles Powell. It's a good couple moves on the far side of the box. He fights between two challenges and just manages to get the strike off. And McClown, who's had such a good game in the Richmond United net, concedes two in just as many minutes and just shows the confidence flowing through the home side here after that opening goal. And we'll see a substitute for the away side here.
Aiden Farr coming on. Miles Gardner with him. Will be Max Hanger, the captain, coming off.
Things going from bad to worse here for the visitors.
And Arlington, they still are putting a foot on the gas. You wonder if, now that they've gotten one, could the floodgates open here for the home side?
I feel like as soon as play restarted after that first goal, we could see a noticeable difference in both sides.
And now a substitution for the home side. It's Ramin Taha coming on.
As well as maybe Clayton Kershaw.
Christian Kershaw, but
is he the pitcher, Clayton Kershaw?
Well, that's my fault, actually. Remember, I started talking about baseball, and now it gets in your head. Looks like Chris Emanuel's ready to check in as well. Thank God you said that, because you better believe I was going to look down and just see the C Kershaw and say it. So you've just saved me some embarrassment. Thank you for biting the bullet, taking it there.
Gladly take the bullet for you, Mr. Tyler.
But what a display here for Arlington. And again, you talked to these coaching staffs, Josh. Didn't you get the read that Arlington was maybe planning on leaving it late?
Yeah, that's what I was told. You know, try to hang in the match as much as you can and get these tired legs in and around the 60th minute. Get your quality attackers on off the bench and working to perfection for the home side here as Powell receives.
This is Powell. He'd love a second goal. And he's got to be bursting with confidence after the great goal that he scored. It will go out of play. It's a beautiful thing, Josh, when you have the plan and then you go out there and execute.
Yeah, may have left it a bit later than they were looking for, the home side.
Maybe. That's going to be a red card.
Oh, my.
What happened here?
Let's see if we caught it on the replay. Oh, I'm not very sure about that. Here, if you want to get a look at it, Tyler, I think we just caught the end of it.
What in the world happened?
I don't think we're getting the full picture, but we see Powell and the defender
right
at the bottom part of the pitch.
Oh, he stepped on his back foot.
Oh, I only saw the arm. Okay.
We could show that again. Yeah, look at the...
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Steps on the left Achilles of the Richmond United defender there.
I don't understand why he did that.
You know, there's always some extracurricular talking down there on the pitch. You know, emotions always tending to flare in these big playoff matches. I think something was said there to Miles Powell and reacting with that boot to the back of the leg.
Yeah, I didn't see Carleone do anything. Maybe he said something. But we definitely saw the play that provoked that red card. And, Josh, I think it was a red card. I think that's justifiable there. The ref saw it.
Yeah,
This is going to bounce over the top for Lupo. Just a really confusing moment there from Miles Powell, who, remember, is now out for the next game.
Yeah, that's going to be extremely disappointing for this Arlington coaching staff. It was unnecessary.
Completely unnecessary after you maybe just won the match with a moment of brilliance. It's a moment of just thoughtlessness from Powell.
Like you said, now if they hold on this result, they're going to have to go into the semifinals without one of their best attackers, Miles Powell.
A guy that, again, can win a match for you. It's going to be that much harder. What a huge development here at the end of this game.
And we'll have to check up on the scores. The other quarterfinal going on between Doratus and Lynchburg. Lynchburg being the favorite in that matchup. Was a big matchup between these two sides, Arlington and Lynchburg, a little over 2 years ago. Arlington winning 1-0 up until well into the 90th minute. Lynchburg scoring 2 goals in added time, and I believe 1 from their goalkeeper. And I wish this was recorded. I believe the stream went out in about the 92nd minute, missed both the Lynchburg goals.
What?
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I have no idea. They missed about those last 5-6 minutes of added time, and you look up in Lynchburg.
It's one of those where if a tree falls in a forest, if goals are scored but there's no stream, do they even go in? That reminds me of when I was playing intramural soccer at Maryland. I scored a goal and our coach couldn't be at the game. He said he needed video confirmation. He couldn't believe that I actually scored, and that tells you all you need to know about my playing ability. That's why I'm up here and not down there, Josh.
Oh, Tyler, I see the Germany jersey. I know you could get a few kick-ups at least.
Big shoes to fill with my German ancestors. I'm sure they were great back in the day. I'm sure they're pleased with the Germans 7-1 in a World Cup. Have we seen that before, Josh?
We have a very famous one at that.
How good has this World Cup been? How good has this summer been if you're a soccer fan?
Yeah, it's been incredible. And again, like we talked about at halftime, seeing a lot of the smaller sides really do their best to compete. Like you said, Curaçao scoring their first World Cup goal ever. And to equalize against world champion German side is...
They held them tied as well for about 18 minutes. Those 18 minutes, watching it, there really is nothing like it. Like those 18 minutes, they're never going to be forgotten on that island and in pockets of Netherlands where 25 of those 26 players hail. This will go to play on the far side for throw-in. And I've really wanted to go to a game, but tickets are so much money. And remember all that conversation about, oh, the tickets are too much, nobody's going to actually go. Well, every game I've seen so far, it's been full.
Yeah, it's been a bit surprising. I think it's helped having so many of the country's fans come from different parts of the world and, probably paying just about everything to see their home side play in a World Cup.
There's so many people from so many different countries in just the U.S. alone. You think about all the German people that live here. They'd love to go and see their team. Could not believe the support Scotland had behind them. Haiti.
Oh, my word.
With some great support in their friendlies before the tournament began. The love of soccer is just on full display right now in the U.S. That gets knocked nearly through. It gets booted up into the sky. Now we'll go out of play for a throw-in.
Yeah, into the last 10 seconds of the 90 here. Yet to see how many minutes we'll have added on.
Here's a shot from distance. Took a deflection. High press here for Arlington, who are playing hard until the final moments. Will be a whistle and a free kick now for Richmond.
Honestly, hasn't felt like Arlington even lost a man here after that red card.
They've played hard from start to finish here tonight. It's really been a night of positives outside of Miles Powell, who maybe won them the game with that second goal, a brilliant goal, and then just, I don't know what happened. Lost his mind and got sent off for a kick to the back of the leg of Jackson Carleon.
I think it's one of those things you think you're going to get away with. You're going to just do a cheeky little kick in the back of the leg and, you know, maybe get some revenge for something that was said or a late challenge, but like we've said,
it's not the way to do
times,
it. You get your revenge by scoring that great goal.
Exactly. So unnecessary, and I'm sure Miles Powell won't hear the end of it from this coaching staff after this match. I'll be how happy the home side will be with this 2-0 win and going into the semifinals.
I think that's really the storyline, isn't it? To have a player that good, not have him available. And if you're Lynchburg, who appears to be the team that they will face up next, that's great news for them. That'll certainly give confidence to that club going into the game. That'll get played down the far side.
Yeah, it might be a good opportunity for Woodings to start that semifinal. Woodings is great through just about those 60 minutes he played.
Well, yeah, I think it has to be said that those guys that kind of softened the defense for that first hour, they had a really important job. They were the ones that tired out those legs, and then the reinforcements could come in and take full advantage as they did, strike twice. Whistle is going to go here. Will be a free kick. That tackle looked good to me.
Yeah, won the ball, went through the man. Main official taking a few more moments to make his decision there and opting that he did get too much of the man going through the backside there. It will be Carson Weaver over the set piece here as we approach the 93rd minute.
Will be taken here short. Circling around is Kaliakovo. Look to send it across for Weaver. Time is really running short right now. Weaver trying his best just to get something into the middle. Does fall here. Can Richmond even get a shot off? Barnard gets held up. Ref will play advantage, and then he'll blow his whistle. It will be Arlington who will head to the semifinals as they strike twice late and they take the victory here, 2-0. Josh, your final thoughts?
Like you said, an incredibly hard-fought match. Left a little late for the home side, given all the amount of possession they had, but Richmond United making a great go of it, having the better chances through just about 65 minutes, but like we said numerous times, those substitutes off the bench for the home side here, Powell, Maddox, and Barnard making just the difference for the home side here, and they will go into the semifinals. We'll have to wait exactly who that semifinal opposition will be, whether it is the favorite Lynchburg or Doratus.
But once again, they will have to do so without the man that put this game away. Miles Powell sent off. He will be unavailable, but they have plenty of depth that they can make up for it. We thank you so much for tuning in here. DMV Sports Media, once again, your final score, Arlington moving on to the semifinal with a 2-0 victory over Richmond United.